Well, good morning. I wanted to show you why I named my channel Pippin. Well, for one thing, I didn't think I was going to be making a YouTube channel. But this is Pippin. He's my little love on this earth. Oh, it's okay. Anyway, it's October 1st, and I had a morning dream on October 1st. First of all, I always have toilet dreams, and I'm sure you guys don't want to hear my toilet dream, but it was intermingled in a toilet dream. It was a very weird toilet dream. But anyway, the toilet lady had tattoos on her two fingers. On this one, it had GEN for Genesis, and on this one, it had EXO for Exodus. And I took that to mean Genesis for the beginning and Exodus for we're leaving in October, or at least in 2025. I think we're leaving October, and I think we're leaving the beginning of October. But if not, then definitely 2025. But I'm a big believer in the beginning of October. And I still stand with Brother Joshua. And, but like I said, if it's not in October, then 2025. But I still stand with Brother Joshua. Also, I wanted to read from 1 Thessalonians 1:10. And to wait for his Son from heaven, whom he raised from the dead, even Jesus, which delivered us from the wrath to come. I like that because he's going to deliver us from the wrath to come. So, I don't know, I'm just happy. Just always happy. Just excited for him. And I have a friend that I worked with when I worked in Goodwill, and she was just wonderful. She wasn't a Christian, and she had pink hair, and she was bisexual, and she was so different from me, and she was like agnostic, and she was a lot younger than me, like half my age, and we became really good friends, and we were just so opposite, and we just became really good friends. And I just got off the phone with her this morning, and she just said that, like, the reason why we became really good friends is she said that most Christians that she meets, she doesn't like because they're like judgmental and stuff. And she's met a few Christians that she does like, one of them being myself. I guess that's why we get along so well, because she feels like I am not judgmental and that I love her and stuff. And I told her, I said, well, I feel like you're nice to me because, you don't make fun of me and mock my beliefs, because, I have family members that aren't Christian that make fun of me, my beliefs and stuff like that, which I wouldn't really want them to hear this because I don't want them to feel bad, because I love my family members and stuff. But anyway, I don't know, we just have a nice relationship. And not all of my family members mock me and stuff like that. I have some wonderful family members that support me even though they don't agree with my beliefs. I'm not talking about all of them. But anyway, I just had a really good phone conversation with her. We talked for probably an hour and a half, and we are two totally different people, both in age and in beliefs. And, she was telling me some stuff, and it went really well. Like, of course I talked more about Jesus and stuff, and you know, God's really put her on my heart, and I just hope and pray, if you guys could pray for her, that she'll come around. I think one day she will, and I hope so. Her dad has become a Christian, so that's good. And I think he's working on her mom. So that's good. And I was kind of talking to her about that too. But I don't know, it was just a really good conversation. And I don't know, we just seemed to mesh really well together, as two opposites could possibly do. And I just think that's how Jesus wants it to be, like, for those of us that are so different. You know, she has a boyfriend now, whereas she used to have a girlfriend. And, I mean, she cusses up a storm, but we just both love each other and are good friends and can talk to each other about anything. And she'll listen to me about Jesus, and I'll listen to her about her problems. And I wanted to talk to her about the rapture. I've not talked to her about the rapture yet. We've been friends, and we really haven't talked for probably like over a year, you know, since I haven't been at work for about 9 months. And she has a different job now anyway. But strangely, we saw each other in public about 6 months ago or 5 months ago. So we exchanged numbers, but still hadn't gotten up with each other since then. But God's really been putting her on my heart a lot, especially since time is getting short. So I really couldn't even remember her name, you know, like, we're friends, but it's not like we talk or hang out a lot, you know. But anyway, I contacted her this morning, and so we ended up talking on the phone for like an hour and a half. But anyway, she called me this morning after we texted a little bit. But kind of near the end of our phone conversation, I thought, well, I need to tell her about the rapture now. I kind of wanted to get up with her and have lunch with her or something, but I thought, you don't know, the rapture could happen tomorrow, you know. So I said, well, I kind of need to tell you something. I said, but you're going to think I'm crazy. She said, just go ahead. She said, I don't care. She said, I've told you many things and you've listened to me. And so I said, okay. I said, I think the rapture's coming. I said, well, first I said, do you know about the rapture? She said, oh, you're one of those rapture people. I said, yep. I said, I think the rapture's coming. And I said, and I think it's coming this month. I said, probably the beginning of this month. And so anyway, she listened to me on that, and she did not mock me. She did not scoff me. She was very sweet. And she had some questions about it, and I told her. So anyway, I hope she was very good about it. You know, she listened, and she had some questions, and then she had to go. You know, she actually was had to go to work, but we'll talk again soon. So anyway, it went really well. So if you guys could just keep reaching out a little bit. I'm keeping my mouth closed to some people. Some people don't care, and you know who those people are that don't want to hear you anymore. And then some people do. So I think it's best just to keep your mouth closed with some and open your mouth to others. And I've also been listening to Christian music and getting very excited. And I would listen to a lot more, but my husband's around, and I don't know. I just wish I had the house to myself sometimes. I would just be dancing around and praise and worship all day long, but it is what it is. I'm back here in the bedroom now. Anyway, I'm super excited, and I still stand with Joshua. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.